Ooh, that sounded desperate.
You got that new, you got that new you.
I used to be so decisive, and ever since I moved to Paris, my life has just been chaotic and dramatic and complicated.
Oh, Emily, you're getting more French by the day.
First off, I just wanted to say congrats on the success of season 1 and season 2, very highly anticipated over here. But throughout the 2 seasons, Lily, you got to travel to all the famed places in Paris, right? In France, Paris, Normandy, Saint-Tropez. Don't even know whether I'm saying that correctly.
Great,
You are. Not St. Tropez, as I thought it was.
Oh my God.
Which was your favorite, and what are 3 things that you would say were must-dos if someone was going to France for the first time?
Ooh, all 3 places are very different. I think Saint-Tropez was the perfect place for us to start this season because it was so grand and epic in kind of the sequences that we filmed. It also felt a little bit like a vacation, even though we were going back to work.
Totally.
I think it felt like team camaraderie at its finest right away. It's also just so stunning. And I think, yeah, that was a really nice way to segue into being at work again. But Paris is Paris, and I just love the energy and the culture and the traditions and the history and the architecture of Paris. So my favorite probably of all 3 is Paris, but I think that Saint-Tropez was a really welcome aspect to this season that we were looking forward to. And 3 things that people have to maybe do or see if they come to Paris is wander the streets aimlessly because you never know what you're going to find.
Totally.
Go to the museums because the art museums are
Yeah.
incredible. Palais de Tokyo is awesome. Obviously the Louvre.
And just small museums, like the little random art exhibits that are like throughout the Marais that, pop up and whatever.
All the pop-ups,
Yeah.
definitely. And I don't know, what else would...
I mean, we're just such wanderers. We loved walking along the Seine. That's where you
Yeah, the
said
Seine.
that.
I definitely... Oh, like get a picnic and like
Yeah.
go sit by the Seine.
The Tuileries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the Tuileries. Tuileries, that's
Yeah.
it.
Our favorite restaurant this year is Lulu's.
Yeah, that was really fun
Yeah.
to just go and sit on the grass and partake in conversation and like let the time pass.
And obviously, get your bestie and go shopping too a little bit. I mean,
Always need to try to fit that in.
yeah.
I mean, the series definitely made me want to go to France more than ever. So it did what it was supposed to do.
No. This is supposed to be like a fun girls trip. Okay, no boys allowed. So by the time that she gets back to Paris,
They'll get back together.
And I know people always talk about Emily's style from season 1, but I think Mindy's style is seriously underrated. She can go a little bit crazy, but there are some really good looks. So which one would you say is your favorite so far?
What I love about Mindy's style is that, she does fashion on her own terms. It could be wearing something couture one day and then something vintage and then sweatpants that Patricia Field happened to like that are Ashley Parks, that are Pangea, one day. And so I'll say my favorite ones, because I really loved all of them, were the ones that especially Patricia Field and Marilyn Fitoussi, came from their creative minds and their energies. There's a suit in season 1 that I remember Patricia Field coming up to me one day at a fitting being like, I have this idea for a suit. We're gonna take a little boy suit and we're gonna cut, I love your shoulders and your cleavage and your this and that, and we're going to like cut it all up and make it like, you love a halter, make it a cool suit that we've never seen before. And so I think in the same way that we love, eating meals that are made with love, like that felt super like it was just made for me by Patricia. And same thing happened. The very first costume I wear, it's in the trailer, but in the series, that was not as easy to get into, but is very, I love it now that I don't have to wear it anymore.
I mean,
was one that Patricia is friends with the Blondes, who are designers in New York, and they custom made a costume, and that was just really, really special that I performed in.
so different than anything we've ever seen before.
Yeah.
but your friends decide if there's going to be a celebration or not. That's how birthdays work.
Okay, fine, but no surprises. I've already had enough of those.
Wait, how about we throw a dinner party?
Can you cook?
Not at all, can you?
I can make a couple things.
Oh my God, we're having our first Parisian dinner party!
Okay, and Lily, do you think the work culture portrayed in Savoir is in any way similar to the entertainment industry?
I mean, one funny thing that comes to mind, which is like totally not what you're expecting to hear, but I'm so excited. I'm just thinking of the episode when there's no air conditioning in the office, and when we're on set, we're not allowed to have the air conditioning on because you hear it in the sound.
Oh, that's oh my God, that is so specific and so true. Yeah.
I'm like, that's similar. There's like no air conditioning. I don't know. I think, I mean, Emily is very, you know, I always say this, but she's unapologetically work driven. And I think she's a go get 'em personality. She is solution driven. And I feel like we more than ever within our industry are being solution driven. We are unapologetically in love with what we do and how we get to tell stories in front of the camera, behind the camera. And I think there's that mentality of working to live and living to work, but I don't think you have to pick one over the other. I think there's elements of both of those ideas that resonate strongly with me within what I do in the industry, but also in my life. And I don't know, I think that there's things to be learned with the European way of working and the American way of working that we discuss on this show that can kind of be applied to any vocation.
Totally. Yeah.
You know there's a no food policy in the office.
Ashley, I know you're an amazing singer, and I know there's one song in season 2 that might surprise viewers. But what is one song that you would love to sing on the show that you haven't yet?
Wait, I just thought, I was just thinking it the other day. Stephen Sondheim, who's a legendary, who's a Broadway legend, just passed on. And I was like, you know what? If I had the opportunity, I would love to sing a Sondheim song. Because I think that what I love about the music elements in season 2 was that some of the songs truly are not just for entertainment value. They are used to kind of propel the story forward, which is what I love about songs in musical theater. And it's not even just for Mindy's story. They're, you know, the songs sometimes underscore, you know, what's happening with other characters, and you see that as well. And it kind of opens up the characters in a really beautiful way and their relationships. And I think that nobody does that better in like the American canon, you know, especially the American theater canon, than Stephen Sondheim. And so I would want to see how we could fit one of his songs in. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I'm sure he's just busy with the new restaurant.
No, there's something else behind this. I just don't know yet what it is.
Lily, if Emily were to be transferred to another country for season 3, where do you think she would thrive next?
Well, I think it lends itself to where do we want to go? I know, where do we want to go? I feel like
That's a running joke. Emily in
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Copenhagen.
Malaysia.
Yeah, there's like so many different options. I think season 2 leaves us with the idea that maybe she could go to London just because Alfie's there, you know, and obviously it would be so easy to take the Eurostar and hop over for Emily to go to England. I don't know. I think I say Tokyo because I feel like it's an overload of senses there in such a creative, amazing way that I feel like she'd be constantly inspired and there'd be lots of adventures to be had. I also just like love Japan, and I've never been to Malaysia, so I feel like that would also be an adventure. So I don't know, somewhere completely different for Emily.
Just in case season 3 does bring you to Malaysia, I thought I could help you get a head start and teach you some phrases. I know it was a roller coaster for Emily to learn the French phrases in season 1. So let's start off easy. So bonjour is hi or good morning in French, right?
Oh my God, I thought you were about to say it was hello in Malay. And I was like, oh my gosh. What? Okay.
In Malay, we just say hi.
I was like, what?
In Malay, we just say hi or hello, but good morning is pagi.
Pagi?
Yes.
Pagi?
Pagi.
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 And
Is it a P or a B?
a P.
Oh, page.
Pagi.
Pagi.
Yes.
Pagi.
And if I know you order the pan au chocolat,
Uh-huh. Yes.
but here we don't have that. We have nasi lemak satu bang.
Nasi lemak satu bang.
Nasi lemak satu bang.
Nasi lemak satu bang.
Yes.
Killed it.
Nasi
This
lemak.
audio. The thing is, we're also very visual. Like if you had it spelled out for us, we could do it.
Yeah.
We're very good at reading.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's a script, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And
What does bang mean? We can remember that.
Okay, bang is like brother. That's how we call our waiters.
Oh, brother.
Oh, bang.
Yes.
Okay.
So bang. So
Hey,
nasi
bang.
lemak is actually our breakfast. It's a national breakfast, dinner or lunch actually. It's like a coconut rice with some spicy sambal, some fried anchovies.
Ooh.
It's definitely different from a French breakfast. for
Yeah, it sounds
sure.
very different, but I
Yeah.
And you know how you'll say merde?
Merde.
Merde.
Merde. It's a lesson for me as well. For here, we just say astaga.
Astaga.
Yeah. Astaga. See, you have to give us
That
an
was
emotion
perfect.
with it and we got it.
Yeah.
Astaga.
Astaga.
All right, and if something happens and you can't change it, like the term c'est la vie,
Yeah.
C'est la vie.
cham tu lah.
Chamtula.
Yes, perfect.
Chamtula.
I think we can have it.
We
Emily
should
in Malaysia.
learn a language that's really like we should learn Malay, you and I,
Yeah.
so that we can have secret talks.
Oh my
in front of
God,
everyone.
yes.
Yeah. Something.
Thank you for inspiring.
Yeah.
We do that when we're overseas as well. Just
I love it.
okay, and before I let you go, one more is mon amour, which is my love, right?
Yeah.
So love in Malaysia is sayang.
Sayang.
So if you were to say I love Malaysia, it's saya sayang Malaysia.
Sayang Malaysia.
Perfect. You guys are ready to come over here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and I do hope to see you over in Malaysia someday.
We hope so too.
Yeah.
Thank
or
you.
I'll fly to Paris and see you guys.
Okay.
Either way.
If you're gonna do Paris for 1 year, for God's sake, do it right.